Hello friends, today we are going to study the subject Principles of Genetics. In this subject we are going to study the mutation, that is the alteration in DNA. If we want to study the mutation, then we have to know about the DNA. What is DNA? DNA is the deoxyribonucleic acid. Our body contains so many cells and each and every cell contains one DNA. DNA is the basic unit of life. It contains many nucleotide sequence present into the DNA. DNA will be replicated and it will make many copies of itself. During this replication process, there may be some change into the nucleotide sequence which is made up of purine and pyrimidine present into the DNA. If any change occur in this nucleotide sequence, then this is known as the mutation. If DNA is converted into the RNA, this process is known as the transcription, and RNA will be converted into the protein. This process is known as the translation. At the process, before process of translation is started, at that time there will be the formation, there is the formation of some codons which contain three base. This codon, if there is any change into this codon, then it is also known as the mutation. Codon, which is code for specific amino acids. If there will be any change into the codon, then amino acid will be changed, or ultimately this amino acid, so many amino acids, they bind together and they form the protein. So if any amino acid will be changed, then the nature of the protein or the configuration of the protein and the functions of the protein may be changed. So ultimately, if there will be any mutation into the DNA, or at the time of the transcription or at the time of the translation, there will be some changes or some defect, or it may be harmful, it may be beneficial. So there will be some changes into the protein, and protein is the necessary unit of our body. So change into the DNA result into the change into the protein. So we will study each and every mutation in detail. What is mutation? Mutation in simple words are that is the change in DNA. Any sudden change occurring in the hereditary information is called as the mutation. Mutation is the stable inheritable change in the DNA is known as the mutation. This mutation into the DNA will become from generation to generation. So it is the stable and inheritable. It will become from parents to the offspring. Term mutation was given by the De Vries in 1901 while studying Evelyn Primrose, that is the Ocnothera lamorcina. Most of these were chromosomal variations. Resultant effect, they may be positive effect, it may have some negative effect, or it may be have some neutral effect. So mutation may some change that is may be positive or beneficial. Mutation may some alteration, it may be negative or it may be harmful, or there will be mutation but we cannot see any change into the phenotype. That is known as the neutral changes into the mutation. In multicellular organism, two broad categories of the mutation. One is the somatic mutation and other is the germline mutation. Somatic mutation arise in the somatic cells, passed on the other cells through the process of the mitosis. Effect of this mutation depends on the type of the cell in which they occur and the development stage of the organisms. If occurs early in the development, larger the clone of the mutated cell. So mutation occurs in two cells. One is the somatic cell and other is the germline cells. Mutation in the germline cells, they occur in the cells that produce the gametes. It passes to the future generation because they are the germline cells. In multicellular organism, the term mutation is generally used for the germline mutations. Here we can see some types of the mutation. First is the base substitution mutation. It has two types. One is the transition and other is the other is the transversion. In transition mutation, purine is replaced with the purine. We know that A and G both are the purines. So A will be replaced by the G and G will be replaced by the A. Other transition mutation is the pyrimidine is replaced by the pyrimidine. We know that C and T both are the pyrimidines. So C will be replaced by the T or T will be replaced by the C. So this type of the mutation is known as the transition mutation. You can see that if DNA contains some nucleotide sequence, if there will be A into the nucleotide sequence, if it will be replaced by the G, then it is this type of the mutation is known as the transition mutation. Other is the transversion mutation. Here the purine will be replaced by the pyrimidine. So ultimately A can be replaced by the C, A can also be replaced by the T, G can be replaced by the C and C can be replaced by the T. So purine can be replaced by the pyrimidine. A is the purine and C is the pyrimidine. Or other is the pyrimidine can be replaced by the purine. C can be replaced by G, C can also be replaced by the A, T can be replaced by the G and T can be replaced by the A. So this type of the mutation, if purine is replaced by pyrimidine or pyrimidine can be replaced by the purine, this type of the mutation is known as the transversion mutations. Here another type of the mutation is the missense mutation. A base is substituted that alters the codon in the mRNA, resulting in a different amino acid in the protein product. Here, this I have told you that some codon, they code for the specific amino acids, and amino acids results into the formation of the protein. So here you can see that this is the codon TCA, and T will be, and other is the AGT. We know that this A is always bind with the T, G will be always bind with the C with the triple bond, and A between T is the double bond. So A, G and T. See here you can see some mutation. Mutation is marked as the red color. Here C is replaced by the T. So if there is, here is the T, then obviously the T will be bind with the A with the double bond. So the codon formation from this sequence, this nucleotide sequence is UCA, and it code for the serine amino acids, and this codon, this nucleotide sequence produce some codon that is the UUA, that is the leucine amino acids. So this is the normal amino acids, and this is missensed amino acid, that is codon has sensed the wrong amino acid, that is known as the missense amino acid. So this type of the mutation is known as the missense mutation. Originally there should be the formation of the serine, but serine is not formatted and leucine is formatted. So missense, that is the wrong sense of the codon of the amino acid by the codon, is known as the missense mutation. The next type of the mutation is known as the nonsense mutation, that is changes a sense codon into a nonsense codon. It means that codon code for specific amino acid, that is known as the normal process. If codon do not code for any amino acid, that is known as the nonsense mutation. Here nonsense mutation early in the mRNA sequence produce a greatly shortened and usually non-functional protein, that is the stop codon. Here is the nucleotide sequence TCA. Obviously T will be bind with the A, C with the G, and A with the T. Here the C is replaced by the G, and this nucleotide sequence has been mutated. Now this nucleotide sequence code the UCA, and this nucleotide, that is the mutated nucleotide, code the codon UGA, that is the stop codon. So this UCA code for the amino acid serine, and this UGA it not code for any of the amino acid because it is the stop codon. So any amino acid will not be produced from the UGA. So no amino acid is sensed by the codon. This type of the mutation is known as the nonsense mutation. Now another is the type of the mutation is the silent mutation. It alters a codon, but due to degeneracy of the codon, same amino acid is specified. That is, here you can see some nucleotide sequence, that is the TCA. Obviously it will be replicated by the AGT. Now this produce some codon, that is the UCA, which code for the serine. Now here you can see the mutation, that is A is replaced by the G. So TCG, and this amino acids, this nucleotide sequence code for the UCG, and this UCG is code for the same amino acid, that is the serine. Here you can see that the codons are different, UCA and other is the UCG, but this both codon code for the same amino acid, that is the serine amino acids. So here the mutation has been occur at the nucleotide sequence. Mutation also we can see into the codon, but mutation is not detected in the formation of the amino acids. So mutation has been occur, but it is not detected. So this type of the mutation is known as the silent mutation. Here these are the base substitution mutation. It is also known as the point mutation, because the mutation occurs at the specific point, that is it is known as the point mutation. Here you can see all the mutation into the same slide. This is the nucleotide sequence. Transcription of this nucleotide sequence will be form the mRNA, and from mRNA translation will be occur, and it forms some amino acids. So here you can see some mutation, and this is the silent mutation. Mutation has been occur here, and it produces the same amino acid, that is the lysine, in both sides. So amino acid mutation is not detected. Amino acid is the same, formation of the amino acid is same. so it is known as the silent mutation. Here you can see some missense mutation. Here the formation of the glycine mutation occur at the here. So you can see that serine is produced instead of the glycine. So it is known as the missense mutation. Here is the nonsense mutation. Only methionine is produced and next remaining amino acids are not produced because of the mutation occur here, and it will be formation of the stop codon, and because of this stop codon this remaining amino acids are not produced, so it is known as the nonsense mutation. And here is the run-on mutation. Here last amino acid is the stop codon, no amino acid is produced, and here some mutation has been occurred and the formation of the amino acid is running on. So this type of the mutation is known as the run-on mutation. Now some other types of the mutation are the insertions and deletions mutation, that is the major class of the gene mutation. Addition or removal of respectively of one of the more nucleotides from the pair usually changes the reading frame and altering all amino acids encoded by codons following the mutation. It is also called a frame shift mutation. It is this addition and deletion mutation is known as the frame shift mutation because it shifts whole the frame. If there will be any type of the mutation, then it will change whole protein. That's why it is known as the frame shift mutation. We will study later. Additions or deletions in the multiple of the 3 nucleotides will lead to the addition or deletion of one or more amino acids, and this mutation called in frame insertion and deletions respectively. Here you can see these are the insertion or deletion mutation. This is the point, it is known as the point mutation, and insertion and deletion, that is it contains some nucleotide sequence. One nucleotide is added, that is known as the insertion, and if one nucleotide is removed, then it is known as the deletion mutation. So this is the whole summary of the mutation, that is the silent mutation, no change in amino acid sequence composition. Run-on mutation, stop codon lost, so protein is extra long. Missense mutation, one amino acid is changed to the another, one amino acid is replaced by the another amino acid. In nonsense mutation, polypeptide is truncated because of a new stop codon. It means that protein will be no longer run. Then the frame shift mutation, all amino acids after mutation point are changed, that is it is known as the frame shift mutation. This insertion and deletion mutation, they are known as the frame shift mutation. And there are some causes of the mutation. Spontaneous errors, another is the induced errors by mutagenic agent. Spontaneous error, what is mean by spontaneous error? DNA replication is occurring spontaneously, there may be some change or there may be some error during the replication process. So it is spontaneously occur, that's why it is the due to some enzyme or error into the enzyme or the replication enzyme, spontaneous error. Then induced error by some mutagenic agents such as the UV radiation, X-rays, some chemical agents, some pesticides, chemical pesticides, some chemical fertilizers. So this type of the chemicals, they may be act as a mutagenic agent. So mutation can be occur. Then mutation due to the transposable elements such as the transposons. So transposable elements, they are the jumping genes. They can be jump from one place to the another place into the DNA, and if this gene change their place, then that is known as the transposable elements, and because of the transposable element there may be the formation of some mutation. And what is mutagene? Agents that causes the mutation, they are known as the mutagenic agent. Now this what are transposable elements? Transposable elements is a DNA sequence that can change its position. They are known as the jumping genes within the genome, sometimes creating or reversing the mutation and altering the cell's genome size. And that is the one scientist, that is the Barbara McClintock, discoveries is those, they are known as the jumping genes, earned her the Nobel Prize in 1983 by these are the transposon, these are the structural genes, and these are the genes for the transposition. This gene can be transformed from one place to another place, and they can cause some mutation into the DNA. On the basis of causative agent of the mutation, that is the spontaneous mutation that result from the natural changes into the DNA, the frequency of this type of the mutation is 1 in 10⁻⁹ base pair. It occurs in the absence of mutagene. Induced mutation results from the changes caused by the environmental, chemicals and radiation. Any environmental agent that increase the rate of mutation above the spontaneous, they are known as the mutagen, such as the chemicals or the radiations. Now, the ionizing radiation, that is the UV. UV radiation, they cause the thiamine dimer. How this UV radiation, they cause the mutation into the DNA? We can see that. We know that this thiamine is always bind with the adenine. We know that with the double bond. Thiamine is always bind with the adenine with double bond. Here, this binding of the thiamine with adenine, it will be breakdown because of the UV radiation, and this thiamine will bind with the thiamine and form the TT dimer, thiamine dimer. So UV radiation, it causes the thiamine dimers which block the replication, but there are some repair system which can repair this type of the mutation. Here you can see that exposure of the ultraviolet light will result into the thiamine dimer. Now, one enzyme which is present into the DNA that cuts out and remove the damaged DNA. Here you can see that one enzyme, that is the self-repair mechanism into the microorganism. So one enzyme, this enzyme is cutting the DNA from the damaged portion. Now, the DNA polymerase fills the gaps by synthesizing the new DNA using the intact strand as a template. This new DNA is inserted by the enzyme DNA polymerase, and here the next enzyme, that is the DNA ligase, it seals the remaining gap by joining the old and new DNA. So this mutation is automatically repaired by the own system of the bacteria, and it can be repaired by using some enzymes such as the DNA polymerase and the ligase enzyme. These are the some figures of the insertion and the translocation and other mutation. Here you can see the deletion mutation, duplication of the inversion mutation, and the insertion mutation, that is the chromosome 4 will be. So these are some translocation mutations and this. So since replication errors and variety of mutagens can alter the nucleotide sequence, a microorganism must be able to repair changes into the sequence that might be fatal. DNA is repaired by the several different mechanisms, basis proofreading by the replication enzyme. See, mutation can be occur spontaneously, same as mutation can be repaired by the organism itself during the proofreading process. Once the DNA replication has been completed, when proofreading enzymes, they can proofread whole replication process, and if there will be any change into the mutation, it can be repaired directly by during this proofreading mechanisms. So this damaged portion, it can be removed, and DNA polymerase, it will add the new DNA, and this new DNA will be repaired or joined by the ligase enzyme. Now another repair mechanism is the excision repair that corrects damage and causes distortion into the double helix. A repair endonuclease, here these enzymes are used for the repair mechanism, is the endonuclease or UVRABC endonuclease. It removes the damaged base along with some bases on either side of the lesion. The resulting single-stranded gap about the 12 nucleotides is filled by the DNA polymerase 1 and DNA ligase join the fragments. This system can remove thiamine dimers and repair almost any other injury that produce a detectable distortion into the DNA. Besides this general excision repair, specialized version of the system excites DNA where the sugar phosphate backbone is intact, but the base have been removed to form the apurinic or apyrimidine site. Special endonuclease cause AP endonuclease, that is the apurinic or apyrimidine endonuclease, recognize this location and nick the backbone at the site, at the damaged site. Excision repair then commences, beginning with the excision of a short strand of the nucleotides. Another type of the excision repair employs DNA glycosylase. This enzyme remove damaged or unnatural bases yielding AP site, that is the apurinic or apyrimidinic sites, that are then repaired as above. Not all types of the damaged base are repaired in this way, but new glycosylase are being discovered, and the process may be more general importance than the first thought. Then the removal of the laser, that is the photoreactivation repair, is the repair of the thiamine dimer by the splitting them apart into the separate thiamines with the help of the visible light. This enzyme use the visible light for their function in the photochemical reaction catalyzed by the enzyme photolyase, and because this repair mechanism does not remove and replace nucleotides, it is the error-free mechanisms. Damage caused by alkylation, it can be repaired directly as well. Then methyls and some other alkyl groups that have been added to the O6 position of the guanine can be removed with the help of the enzyme known as the alkyl transferase or methyl guanine methyl transferase, and thus damage to guanine from mutagen such as the methyl nitroguanidine can be repaired directly. So this is the another enzyme. So there are many enzymes that can be used for the repair mechanism into the damaged DNA. Then the post replication repair that is, I have told you that there are some proofreading system. It will be read the whole replication of the DNA, and the mismatch correction enzyme scans the newly replicated DNA for mismatch pair and removes the stretch of newly synthesized DNA around the mismatch. A DNA polymerase then replaces the exide nucleotides and resulting is sealed with the ligase. And the post-replication repair is a type of the excision repair. So these are the another mechanisms such as the DNA methylation is catalyzed by the DNA methyl transferase and results into the three different products, that is the N6 methyl adenine, 5-methyl cytosine and N4 methyl cytosine. So these are some, another enzyme is the adenine methylotransferase. One is the, it will methylates the adenine base into the sequence from N6 methyl diamine. For a short time after replication fork has been passed and the new strand lacks methyl group, while the template strand is methylated and the repair system cuts out the mismatch form the unmethylated strands. Then other type of these is the recombination repair. It's damaged DNA which there is no remaining template is restored, and the enzyme used into the recombination repair is the RAC-A protein. RAC-A, RAC-B, RAC-C, these are the some proteins or some enzymes which are used for the repair of the DNA by the recombination repair. This RAC-A protein. Another system for the repair mechanism is the SOS repair, SOS repair. It is also used for the repair of the mutated DNA, and many more copies of these enzymes are produced and they are used for the repair mechanism. Here you can see that repair enzyme bound to the DNA. It will endonuclease. Its activity cuts the damaged DNA strands, 8 nucleotides to 5' side of the dimer and 4 or 5 nucleotides to the 3' sides. Here you can see that damaged segment diffuse away and new DNA strand will be added by the use of the DNA polymerase. Thank you.